Hi folks, Mark here again. We're doing martial mechanics and hand jive. We're moving on to number 4. Something I realized that I didn't mention in the last shoot, but I have to do now because it applies to the next 2 moves as well, plus the previous one. And that is timing, where when you have these motions, it's an arm motion, but it's also a wrist pop. And it's a wrist pop. Now the motion here is as I move my arm, I'm not popping. But once I reach the end of this motion, that happens at the end of the motion. So pop, 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 pop. Yes. And Don's off camera right now waving at me. Actually come in and do that. Face the camera and do that. Now, that is the way it's taught. The way it's applied, hold on, don't leave yet. The way it's applied, this teaches you that motion. And that is how people normally do it. And you get used to doing it, but then pop it at the end. Try and do it that way. There you go. There you go. Yes. Okay. Now, wax on. Don't come back here. Yes. You saw the Karate Kid reference there, right? Okay. Here's the thing. These attacks come from the top of the arm and move the arm. So the punch is coming in and I smack it down. Okay. The downward action people are not accustomed to, just like they're not accustomed to the upward action of number 3. But the downward action also works. Say he tries to knee me in the nuts, pop, right? That's got the application. Now you can take this hit, and it is a hit. It's a defensive hit. Anytime somebody tries to kick you, you want to land it above their knee. Okay, so he's kicking, pop. Sorry about that.
No,
okay.
My wife hit worse. My wife hit me worse.
I always love that answer. You know, not the thing to say at a seminar, you know. But the idea of this popping action is anytime, say he and I are locked up and I want his arm out of the way, pop, right? So if you can touch him, you can pop, right? Don't go there. Now, that's the defensive application. All right. There's a lot of offense that can be done. Sorry, I thought I saw a cat there. Did I? It's a rabbit. Okay. This action can be done here in a smashing, right? Anytime you have a chance to smash down, right? It's even worse if you drop your body weight behind it, right? Yeah, I'm not going to demonstrate that on you. But a lot of stuff can be done with this simple popping action. It blurs into other types, but here, pop, right? Now look what I just did to his structure. I mean, if I hit him straight, stand up straight, if I hit him straight with this popping action, I can push him back. But if I get him in conflicting directions, where here I'm pulling and I'm hitting him with that action, right? Because you're not stuck doing it only this direction. You can do it all these other directions. But here, bam, causes that. Pop, same thing. That's not just, okay. Ever since I learned how to add this wrist motion in, I really have not been a fan of closed fist hits, right? I can, using this offensively, I reach in, and once again, when you make contact, when I touch with my fingers, right, that's when I do the pop, and that adds in on top of my momentum here, right? So basically, I'm now doubling the power that I'm delivering, just with this small motion. Thank you, Don. Like I said, it's a very, very subtle thing, but it is also You know, it's really hard working with a rollie because you're trying to be serious and he's being a rollie. Did you just stop it there? Okay, good. A lot of really subtle power generation in these motions. The more you look into them, the more you can apply it, but also look into how these have been lost from your own arm, because they are actually in there if you know how to look.